As a kid at recess, we'd all play superheroes, and I would call dibs on Wonder Woman, which left the other kids confused.
What? Why? They weren't familiar with Diana of Themyscira, the coolest warrior princess this side of Xena?
The coolest warrior princess of all time. She was in the Super Friends and the Justice League cartoons, but they always saw her as the token girl.
But she's way more than that.
I know! And when you look at all the female superhero characters whose powers are basically shooing boys away with their hands, it was nice to have a hero who wasn't based on a male character and was a total badass.
Whoa, what about my favorite, Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk?
Amazing character. Really lazy name. And even though she's come into her own and had great stories, it's hard for some people to see her as more than Hulk with boobs. Wonder Woman's like Hanukkah. Everyone has a vague idea of what she's about, but if it's not personally your thing, you don't know more than the basics.
Well, you know what else? Wonder Woman was originally made of clay, which makes her like a super dreidel.
Sure.
She's kind of been brought up in this gilded cage of peaceful land on Themyscira, or Paradise Island, or whatever you want to call it, and that now she's realizing that there's above and beyond. It's kind of a story of like moving in from childhood to adulthood in a way where she kind of leaves the home, even somewhat against her mother's wishes.
For a while, she was created by the gods. For a while, she was the daughter of Hippolyta. Then she was fashioned out of enchanted clay or whatever. But I think the core of her character and who she is and what she's trying to do is far simpler. Wonder Woman is actively coming to man's world and trying to make it a better place.
I love that she can go toe-to-toe with Superman. I love that she can go toe-to-toe with any other superhero that's out there.
At the same time, super smart and super capable. Like, she worked in the government and high up in the government. She wasn't just some, like, rando coffee getter. She was just really independent, really self-assured, and everybody respected her and responded to that.
I kind of like that she was invented by the guy who also created the lie detector, who believed in equality of the sexes, but he also lived a polyamorous lifestyle. He had 2 wives and 2 different families. They all lived under one roof. And if you read the early Wonder Woman comics, it's almost about female superiority.
He really thought that what he was doing there was putting forward the female agenda and really supporting ladies. Go girls!
Wonder Woman has kind of an unusual origin.
Absolutely she does, Amy. She came from an island of all women and wanted to spread the feminist ideals of that island to the rest of the world to better it.
Which is cool and truly unique. And she works best when you accentuate her differences. Minus the invisible jet. That hasn't really been a thing for years, but people always remember it.
It's because it looks like she's pooping in the sky.
It's not a flattering look. And neither was that hot pants outfit she used to wear.
I know, yeah, but they changed that too, so.
The images of her being tied up, like weirdly often, are a thing of the past.
Yeah, but it's something that people unfortunately remember. When your most popular years are your most embarrassing, it's hard for people to look past that.
But at some point, it becomes the people's fault and not the characters. If you still just see Mark Wahlberg as the guy who rapped Good Vibrations and modeled underwear, that's on you. Everyone has awkward phases.
Yeah, I would have thought his awkward phase was the happening. And speaking of awkward phases, some of us never grow out of them, Amy.
Speak for yourself. I'm extremely cool.
She has great morals and super tough and can go toe-to-toe with all the guys. And I think for girls, it's really important to see that you can be more than just a girl.
Since she was the first real female superhero, you know, women for decades have listed her as like their #1 favorite because it shows a woman being strong and powerful, but still feminine. I mean, there's nothing masculine about her at all. So I hope, especially with the new movie coming out, I hope that she's going to become even more popular, because then I'll get to draw her again.
I definitely think, whether I like the movie or not, that the movie's going to place her in a position that she was as far as popularity back from the TV show days.
They've had her in development forever, and what I think is really interesting about Wonder Woman is the fact that they seem to not be able to find a really good, solid Wonder Woman story. If you think about why she was created, it was all fun, it was all sexy, it was all exciting, so where's that? She's a goddess, for God's sakes. Can we please have a good time with her?
Wonder Woman matters. And I think her popularity is about to grow exponentially if they handle her right in the movies and give people a reason to go back and read all these good stories.
Ooh, like the Greg Rucka run, where she has a minotaur as a chef?
Ferdinand, that is the best. He was still less of a monster than Bobby Flay.
Oh, wicked burn on Bobby Flay. Nicely done, Amy.
So in the 90s, Wonder Woman with the Artemis storyline kind of was my gateway back into the comic scene.
I thought that the Wonder Woman in the animated series was probably like the best Wonder Woman that's been portrayed so far, because she was tough and she was strong, but she was also vulnerable and had a history. And I really loved getting into all of the history part of her character.
The entertainment industry and comics publishing and whatnot have been so male-dominated for so long that I think that perhaps a lot of people simply just haven't paid as much attention to Wonder Woman. Like when George Perez did his amazing stories back in the 80s that really defined the character and brought a lot of Greek and Roman myth into it, that they've been allowed to sort of do whatever they want with the character.
When they incorporate the Greek mythology into the stories, she really shines. And I think her best days are yet to come. Little girls and boys are going to want to be Wonder Woman if they treat her right and give her cool merchandise.
Hey, listen, we've still got a long way to go.
But we'll get there, and it'll be a lot easier if we fly and don't take an invisible jet. I'll see you later. I don't care how dumb this looks, it's awesome! Bye, Hector!
Wear your Wonderwear on the outside and show some Amazon love.
With shirts from T-Fury! Visit tfury.com/Geek and Sundry.
That's the truth. There is a golden lasso around me. You just can't see it.
Fun fact, it originally compelled obedience. Buy more t-shirts, or give me that one, because that one is awesome.
Okay, I'll
Look
take
at the
my
ladies
shirt
on this
off.
shirt.
Oh,
Show
so
this off.
good.
This is too good.